trust me, we're well aware hockey isn't exactly the hottest topic right now, but it's not often we get access to a Stanley Cup champ and the Conn Smythe Award winner. And in that case, we stop everything we're doing. We're going to talk to him.
Yeah, without a doubt. Joining us from the Smile Zone Foundation Golf Tournament at Rattlesnake Point in Milton, Ontario, Ryan O'Reilly joins us. Thanks for taking the time, Ryan, and joining us.
Thanks a lot. My pleasure. Stanley
Cup champion. Has that sunk in for you yet?
At times. It's been crazy. It's been so exciting, and I still want to go back and kind of see everything go over again. But it's been crazy celebrating with family and friends, and just the excitement around it has been amazing.
All right, let's take it back. When you were dealt to the Blues, you were one of the many additions GM Doug Armstrong made to build a Cup contender. Did that team feel special right from training camp, or did it take a while?
I think we got together. We saw how, well guys got along together, and we knew there was something special there. And obviously, that first part of the season, we didn't really see it, displayed on the ice. But we knew. I think everyone coming in knew there was potential there to be a contender and to go up against anyone. And it took us a while to find it, but once we did, obviously, I guess everyone in the world saw how good we can be.
It still feels crazy to say that the Blues were in dead last at one point in the season. So can you put your finger on what the turning point was for the team?
It's tough to say exactly. I think one of the biggest things that sticks out in my mind is, I think, Jordan Binnington. When Binner came in, he just brought this life and excitement and this confidence. He came in and won some games by himself. And I kind of think as a team, we realized, if we defend well in front of them, it's going to look good. We can, we'll have a chance to beat anyone. And obviously it gave us that spark that we needed. Also I think Chief Berube, taking over and just helping us get back to that, mindset of just playing hard, leaving it out there one shift at a time, and not getting worried about outcome, but just being hard to play against. And it kind of just really helped us find an identity. And those are two big things that really took off from there.
You mentioned him there. What kind of impact did Craig Berube have on the boys?
He just his presence alone, just the way he was behind the bench. He was very approachable. You could talk to him about anything, and he just wanted you to compete. He wanted you to go out there and again, have that hard to play against mentality. Being hard in every puck, making sure we frustrate teams, and from that, just that kind of simple mentality, it just, the instincts, I think, from a lot of guys that we had kind of took over, and it just blossomed into, a really, really effective team.
So, Ryan, you finally win the Cup. It's raw with emotion. You chat with Scott Oak and drop the most Canadian F-bomb in hockey history. So that begs the question, did you get any razzing for that one afterwards?
Yeah, it's... I hear about it quite a bit. I think everywhere I go now in Toronto and all over the place, that's one of the first things people say before they say congratulations. So it's got some good feedback. I kind of regret it. Wish I maybe not have said that, but people had a good laugh, and yeah, it is what it is.
Happens to the best of us. During that special run, there was a lot of things. It felt like extra motivation. Superfan Layla Anderson rooting you on. What did she mean to you and the boys?
She was incredible. Her story, obviously, she, had some unfortunate things happen to her in the last few years. And, she remained so positive and just kind of, was just a light for us. She was around us. She was so positive and just excited. And, to see her and have her a part of us and be a part of our team, it was inspiring. She kind of reflected our story and how when things are going well, you just got to keep fighting and stick with it. And to win it with her and to have her a part of it was something extra special to us as a group.
It was really great. Yeah. Now, when you look at the roster itself, the Blues haven't changed much this offseason. It's rare to see a championship team kept intact from one season to the other. So do you find it comforting that you go into next year with the same group of guys who managed to win the Stanley Cup?
Oh, absolutely. We had, I think with the way we were built, with the way Army built us, it's really nice to see that we're not being split up like we are. We have such a good group that works so well together, and we finally figured out what it's going to take, to win and how hard it is. And I think knowing that coming in, knowing we can hopefully jump into kind of where we left off and have that identity. And it's going to be different every year but knowing what our best game looks like, and as a group having kind of relationships established, it's one of those things. Hopefully we can, get after it right away and not wait till January 2nd.
For you personally, within a year, going from dead last with the Sabres, winning a Stanley Cup, Selke, Conn Smythe, how do you wrap your head around all that's happened in that year?
I can't. I still can't believe it. It's funny. I go home and I see my dad, and he's just like, I can't believe you're you're a Stanley Cup champion. He's like, my son's a Stanley Cup champion, and it's funny. Like, it's just amazing how quickly things can change. And it was just an incredible year, and I'm just so thankful I got to be a part of this group and be with these guys.
All right, so far we've had a pretty cool margarita with Tyler Bozak. We've had spaghetti in the cup. You get your day with the cup later this month. Where are you bringing it? What do you want to do with it? And who's someone special you'll have along with you to share the day?
I really want to share, I think, with my, I've got so many buddies, so many guys that, I've known from the area, family and friends, looking forward to. But I think my granny, Deirdre O'Reilly, she's someone extra special that obviously is probably my biggest supporter that, it'll be great to bring the cup and be around her with it. I'll be taking it back to Seaforth, Ontario and Goderich, Ontario. Seaforth's kind of where I first started playing hockey. That's where I think I fell in love with the game, and the dream came from there. And it's just a special place. I'm excited to go back there and pay it back to them. Also going to Goderich as well is where, since I can remember, I've always went up there to train, and when I was with the Huron Perth Lakers, that's where we always played. And so it'll just be great to be around there. We have two parades, two small parades in each town, and we'll get some pictures with a lot of kids and such, and I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be great.
Awesome. Listen, you're at the 2019 Smile Zone Foundation Golf Tournament. Why are you a part of it? Why is it important for you to give back into this foundation?
So my agent, Pat Morris, he's been a part of this. He's on the board that, started this, this amazing program, which does so much for kids. It's so unfortunate you see, kids have these terrible things happen to them, and they have to go to the hospital. And Smile Zone helps build this beautiful place where, they can take their mind off that and have something they can, help enjoy their time there. And so I was very lucky. Pat, being my agent, has invited me, and it's a pleasure for me to come here and just be a part of this. It's a beautiful program that they've created.
And I'm sure they love to have you there, Ryan. Thanks so much for your time. Enjoy the rest of this summer. Enjoy your time with the cup, and I guess we'll see you at camp.
Thanks very much. Appreciate it.